Yes. Hello, everybody, and welcome to week 3 of the Not So Late Show.
Week three, more like Reek three.
Week 3. Yeah. It's like a freaking dead body in here after 3 weeks.
Yeah,
Woo!
and it stinks up here, but it smells of happiness, joy, and admiration.
That's what we're
September
all about.
is September is what kind of awareness month is it? It is Recognize Your Friend month, and I'm recognizing my friend Jake.
No kidding. Well, I want to recognize
Yeah,
you.
why? Because of my smell.
You do smell great. I can smell you from here.
Hey, yeah, that's what happens when you wear the wine shirt from last week.
Well, that's a quick announcement. We are planning to have a giveaway. Our top fan has a chance to win Mike's wine shirt at the end of the season.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I've got a few stains that were improperly guessed last week. Not 18, not 17, but a different number, a number that you may be able to guess one day. And what better way of guessing than commenting in the chat? And after a few of those comments, you may be right, you may be wrong, but at the end of the day, all that matters is that you're engaged and you can get one of these shirts.
It's
The
absolutely
only shirt.
That's right. So keep the chats lively so Mike gets a lot more stains on that shirt. And by the end of the season, it will be drenched. And yours, Anthony says, big hype. How does Mike feel about the Pakistan folk? Um, Claudia says, is Mike dressed like Superman under that dress shirt?
I do gotta fight some baddies later.
That's true.
But
Anthony
yes,
says 18.
so far we have two fans engaging in the chat. I might be bringing this shirt back to Chicago based on Claudia's reaction. This might be your wedding gift.
I hope so.
How sick would that be?
Guess how many stains Mike has on his shirt? Anthony says 18.
Well, guess what freaking that chucklehead said last week? Katie. She said 18. What am I, a freaking wino?
I don't know. Bunch of chowderheads in the chat. That's what I'm going to say. Chowderheads in the chat.
Yeah, a bunch of New Englanders. Freaking cream of the crop dunces.
I'm going to say this. This week
What's
in
it?
football, it's been crazy. We got a lot to talk about. And the big thing on this episode is we got Lovie Smith,
That's right, Lovie Smith,
Mr. Dr. Lovie Smith.
former head coach, Bears and Texans. Can't wait to hear what he has to say since being canned.
Absolutely. And as always, though, this is the Not So Late Show. I'm Andy Richter, and sitting next to me is Dr. Ben Carson. Wait, no. I don't know who. I thought I'd come up with something better than that. We just have numbers rolling into the chat because everybody's trying to guess your stains, but hold off, everybody.
Yeah,
This is an ongoing guessing. I mean, keep the guesses coming. I love it, but
right.
we are going through the rest of the season. Mike will never wear a different shirt.
I'm not. You know what's so funny is after we film, I take that shirt and I just throw it into the closet with my rest of my dirty clothes. So it just sits on a pile of old clothes. And then I took it all off. I did laundry, but I just left that shirt as it is. And oh baby, I think it's fermenting again. That wine is going to be extra wine,
Ugh,
super wine.
it's gonna be smelling like this.
Yeah, you wish. Talk shit, get hit.
That's right. Yes, the number will keep going up. Mike will keep spilling, and the more that your chats keep him laughing, the more he will spill.
Yeah.
And I heard you did get a surgery done. You put a hole in your lip.
A what?
A hole in your lip, so a little bit of wine slips out every time,
Oh yeah.
just to
Yeah,
keep the numbers
very
going up, up, up.
anything for the fans. Oh, anything for the fans. Oh, how I love the fans.
That's right. We're closely following Mr. Beast in follower count. Mr. Beast, watch out.
Yeah, you're done for.
Yeah,
I can go to the gym too.
and you do. I think
And I do.
you tell me.
I take creatine now.
What's that for? What does that do?
I don't know. If all it's been doing is making my farts stinky and my crap spicy.
I already do. That's already happening for me.
Exactly.
Hey,
You
Mike's
must
favorite,
do you must have a lot of creatine in you.
it's just natural in my body. But we got a comment here. Mike's favorite
Well,
actor,
actually, what
Ben Spiller,
who said that?
our friend Jose.
Oh, Ben Spiller. Oh my gosh. Well, everyone, this just in breaking news. Jose is taking the lead for being in contention for
Yeah,
this shirt.
either make the funniest comment or
Send a lot of numbers in.
send just all the numbers. Just every week, just post 15, 45, 36, 1, 9.
Right.
Increase your
It's all
odds.
fun.
But I think before we go too much further, Mike, I think you got some jokes this week for us.
Yeah, this is the monologue time. All right, so hey, big news this week. We just had celebrated a dark day in American history, and funny enough, DraftKings is facing backlash for their 9/11 Never Forget promotion. The promotion involved the New York Jets, the New York Mets, and Yankees winning their games on 9/11. After the backlash, DraftKings did apologize, saying we should have known better, thinking that the New York Mets could win a game. Thank you. Yeah, you know what sucks is also the New York Yankees game ended up getting delayed, so it ended up being played as a doubleheader. Hey, but that's not the only thing that's happening that's wacky nowadays. Apple announced recently. You see this? Apple announced that they're moving away from the lightning cables to the good old now USB-C charger cable, which is awesome because now fathers around the world get to add another cable to their collection of useless wires in a basket, muttering, "You never know when you'll need this." I know. Hey, listen. I know. I know myself. I already have a basket full of cables, and that freaking piece of junk is getting hunked in there. I got charger cables wrapped around. CJ tells me, she's like, "Why you got all these cables?" I say, "Someday you're gonna be pointing out all these wires. You're gonna be thankful I have them."
USB-C my
Yeah, what's that C stand for? You use B seeing my cock. Good one, dude. Perfect timing. Man, Jason running for the shirt. That is
I'm back in.
Jake's back in.
I'm gonna come.
Hey, but it doesn't. The fun doesn't stop there because we got some positive news in the world today. 12-year-old boy saved a drowning man and credited learning CPR from the show Stranger Things, popular Netflix series. Later on, that same boy rode the top of the corporate ladder as an outsider, learning backstabbing from Succession. He was not a Roy. He was a Wams Gams. Some sad news for New York. Just was confirmed the other day. Aaron Rodgers just tore his Achilles tendon 4 plays into the NFL season, his first season as a New York Jet. Now Jets fans all around America are trying their best to forget September 11th. Yeah, that's right. Delete. In Sync is reportedly making a comeback after some time away. The group recently have been spotted recording a new song together. It's been found that they're going to be returning under a new name for today, now known as Out of Touch. That's right. That's right. That's a good one right there. Hey, but we also can get political here at the Not So Late Show. We don't just talk football and horse around all night because guess what? Mitt Romney came out and said he's not seeking re-election and said that it's time for a new generation. Fellow party member Mitch McConnell quickly replied with, all right, folks, and that's the monologue. That is the monologue.
Bazinga! Baba Booey.
100% written by humans.
What the hell?
We have a little echo.
Something got fucked up.
Wait, you forgot to censor yourself.
Oh, wait. What happened?
While Jake figures that out, guys, I can do the monologue again for everyone.
Hold on.
To let the family or let the fans know at home and families, currently my shirt has no new spills.
Oh, geez, Mike, you sound like shit.
Me?
Yeah, it's buzzing for you. Something got fucked up. Hold on. Why did this happen? Why did this happen?
I don't know.
Wait, is it?
I hear an echo though. I did nothing new.
You hear an echo of what? Yourself?
Yeah.
All right, I think that's only on your end.
Okay. That's fine. The echo's gone now.
Sounds fine. Everybody says it sounds really good.
Oh, really? Who's trying to flirt with me and get my shirt?
Oh, everybody. Literally like 400 people just joined.
Okay, tell them they can't be the first, but they'll definitely be next.
You can't be the first, but you'll definitely be next.
Yeah.
Let me
Fair
do
play,
this.
baby.
All right, folks. So that's the monologue. It's so freaking hilarious. Check this out. We're a bunch of clowns. Next up, we got some football to talk about.
Yeah, let's talk some football.
So let's pull up our little guy here.
Little guy. You're my special guy. All right, so let's go through the breakdown. We're going to be recapping week 1, and boy, me and Jake got some things to say. And in addition to that, let's look to a more positive situation, week 2 as well. So let's go into the big storylines of recapping week 1. Jake, what are you drinking?
Frog juice.
Oh, okay. Well, this is perfect because look who is on the screen other than Frog, Patrick Mahomes. As you guys know, the Lions and Chiefs kicked off the season last Thursday, and the Lions came into the Chiefs' den, or now we'll know it as the Lions' den in Arrowhead, and tore it up, surprised the whole dang NFL, and went ahead and won in Arrowhead, beating Patrick Mahomes to a score of 21-20. I think we were right up our alley in our analysis that, hey, Chiefs didn't have anyone to throw to. It was just a bunch of bench warmers as wide receivers, and that Lions weren't as bad as initially projected, and they looked to be a decent team with their handsome yet quirky, ugly Jared Goff, who's kind of like Ryan Gosling, discount. But hey, so as you can see on these pictures, we have a very cool, sexy lion man in those little shorts, and we got a sad little frog, Patrick Mahomes. So we got this game right.
It's damn right. Damn right, we got it right.
All right, another very exciting game. Second exciting game of last week was the Dolphins versus the Chargers. And boy, that was a scoring onslaught. I think it was like ping pong, back and forth, back and forth. Whether I think there was a total of, gosh darn, almost 80 points scored. 36-34, I think was the final score.
Whoa.
Dolphins
Bing, bing,
winning it.
bong, bong, bing, bing, bing.
Perfect. A lot of points scored. Unfortunately, the Chargers did lose, and they became the broken Chargers in that situation. And we got the freaking killer Dolphins because they look menacing on the offense. They tore it up and won the game. Honestly, it was a fun game. It was just fun compared to what we have at home in Chicago. This was exciting.
I know.
We got the game right.
We were watching this game. We said, "Mom, can we get some Dolphins Chargers at home?" She said, "We have football at home."
Yeah.
And then you get home and
There's
you
a
look at this, the fucking Bears.
Yeah, the Bears throwing screen passes when it's 4th and 80.
Duh.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Next game. All right. This was a bang bang kind of game. Cowboys versus the Giants. Wow, the Giants took a shellacking. You know, my initial analysis was that Giants are very tall. Therefore, a Cowboy can do nothing to a Giant. Boy, did the Cowboys wrangle in those Giants like a bunch of cattle off to the slaughter. Score 40-0. I mean, as a Bears fan, you see that and you're like, wow, the Bears really sucked earlier on in the day. And then you see 40-0 and nothing at all to even answer for it, not even like 3 points or not even any effort. Kind of makes you feel better a little bit. But also at the same time, it's like, maybe this is just, hey, it's week 1. I think the Cowboys just took everyone off guard. But wow, 40-0. I did not expect that. Bills and Jets. Okay, this game was a sad game. I really, honestly, hey, listen, Aaron Rodgers, when he was on the Packers, it bothered me. That guy always freaking had to win, always winning, always so cool, calm, and collective with his ayahuasca and third eye chakra. And he goes to the Jets, and you're kind of excited to see him on the Jets, right? Because he's like the old dude showing up, still acting hip with all these young guys on the team. And for him to tear his ACL or his Achilles so quickly into the season, 4 plays in. And what's really sad is, I don't know if you saw, he was talking to one of his wide receivers at halftime. Like, he just told the guy, "Sorry, kid." And it's like, man, that sounded so sad. That sounded so brutal. He was just, "Sorry, kid." Because he was excited to play with him. The guy's like 22. He's what, like almost 40? Hey, man, it kind of hurt to see him go down like that. But guess what? The Jets won it on 9/11. And last but not least, the most important game to us on Sunday, Packers versus Bears. And my goodness, the Green Bay Packers, they can't keep getting away with it. How the heck does this just keep happening? And how do the Bears keep getting away with it? Literally, each year, it's the exact same darn thing. My goodness. You know, I'm starting to notice a toilet too when I look at the Bears logo. I think that's why they had to rebrand from the C to the bear head. They're like, this looks too much like a toilet. Yeah, you giggle all you want because it's true.
Target
it makes
locked.
No prisoners. No prisoners with Mike.
I'm telling you, it was such a bad game. And we watched it together. It was just, it's literally the same thing each year. It's third down and the Bears have a chance to stop them. It's 3rd and 18. Big hole in the center of the field. Always an open wide receiver. And then Bears, hey, you guys are, it's 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. What do we do? Oh, a screen pass from shotgun formation. Oh, okay, that was stupid. Hey, it's 3rd and 14. What should we do? Let's do another screen pass.
Baba Booey.
Hey, I think we just learned how to throw. Like we said on Sunday, the Bears are playing as if they just found out. They don't know that the forward pass was invented. They don't know that you can throw it. And in the beginning, it was a little exciting. It was 7-6. It was a fun game to watch. There's some back and forth, right? We're having a good time.
At the end, though, I hated it.
Yeah. But hey, now we're looking forward towards week 2, and we're changing it up here. We're no longer doing all the games of the week because guess what? Some of these games end up being the who gives a shit game of the week. and let's not do a disservice to you guys. Let's focus on the top 5 recap of the previous week, and then the top 5 games going into the week. And sometimes they're going to change. They might have been the top 5 going in, but guess what? It's like food. Sometimes it comes in, and when it comes out, you don't even know it came out because it's not corn. Yeah. Dude, you are so getting the shirt. Dude, you're so good. Without a doubt. But this week we got Packers versus Falcons, and this game here is important to focus on because the Packers beat up on the Bears, so you can't tell whether or not the Packers are actually good because like the Bears don't seem like they did anything to get better. It's not like they beat the Vikings or the Eagles dominantly. They're beating on the Bears, and beating on the Bears is not very hard, apparently. So this game is going to be a kind of a wait and see to see if Green Bay is actually decent. On the Falcons side, of course, the Falcons won, and it's one of the most boring teams. They just like to run the ball, and they also don't think the forward pass was invented. And the head coach will say like, "Oh, why am I going to throw the ball when I can run it?" So in this game, give me the Packers. I think the Packers are going to win it. I just think that they just care about running a football team, unlike the Bears. And this is my time to get tested game of the week, because hey, it's time for the Falcons to get tested to see if their game plan works well, and let's test the Packers to see are they actually good or did they just beat one of the dumbest teams.
Whoa, what's he doing there?
Bengals versus Ravens. All right, so this game here, I think Joe Burrow is making that kind of face because he's going, oh shit, I did not do good last week, and I signed a big extension contract, all that stuff, and they're playing another division rival in the Ravens. Personally, the Bengals, they look like junk. They lost 3-23 or 20-3. It was really bad to the Browns. And it was just an embarrassing game. Nothing worked whatsoever. Like it was bad. It was boring. And there was rain. I guess you could blame rain. But
don't blame rain.
Rain makes. But hey, listen, don't blame rain.
Rain's our
and
friend.
then rain. Yeah. And they were going to be on the show to make music one day, so don't blame them. But Ravens. I don't know. Ravens kind of. Lamar Jackson looked like junk. He didn't really throw that much. I don't really care for the Ravens. So in this matchup, give me the Bengals. So this is my get good game of the week. Yeah, one of the teams got to get good. Lamar's got to either get good or
I hope Lamar gets good. He's my quarterback.
Well, he wasn't very good.
I know. He only got me 6 points.
Yeah, well, I had Joe Burrow. He only got me like 2.
Ugh.
-2. All right, let's go on to the next game. Next big game, the next third big game of the week is the Chiefs versus Jaguars. And Chiefs are not looking so hot without any kind of star receiver. They didn't have Travis Kelce. So instead, they had to help get the assistance from Kadarius Toney, pictured here. And if you know anything about Kadarius Toney last week, he dropped the ball so many times. He was only responsible for a bunch of interceptions, pass deflections. He couldn't catch anything. This guy, hey, if you don't mind me saying something controversial, I don't even think this guy could catch COVID. But this, the Chiefs didn't look very good with their wide receiver. Jaguars look amazing. Jaguars look fierce. They got Calvin Ridley. That guy gambled. That guy did a little sports gambling, and he took a gamble on himself by gambling. I think this guy is like a method actor, where he took a gamble on himself by literally getting himself suspended for a year, and he comes back, and this guy's gonna win comeback player of the year. That would be hilarious if he was a comeback player of the year.
Is yet to come.
This guy already did come.
Uh-oh.
He came. And this is my hee hoo your team is poo-poo game of the week. I think the Chiefs are poo-poo, and I'm giving the Jaguars. I think the Chiefs they're going with the classic Tom Brady approach, where the quarterback's good, but the wide receivers are a bunch of guys off the street.
Target locked.
I gotta get more sounds on here. I'm really limited. I got about, I don't know what, 3, 6, 9, 12. Yeah. Not enough, I'll tell you that much. Whoa,
Hey.
whoa, whoa.
Hey, listen, but he's enough. You're enough for these two guys. Jets versus Cowboys. This is the fourth biggest game of the week. We're somewhere in there. It's the Jets versus the Cowboys. As we know, Aaron Rodgers tore his ACL, and that is the look of a man who is pooping himself because he found out Aaron's gone. Yeah, you got the wrong noise. Come on, football's all about farts. Basketball's about the buzzer.
My bad.
Jets, they won the game. Zach Wilson came in. He looked decent. He was able to manage and get through everything. Gang Green won the game, albeit the freaking Josh Allen on the Bills didn't really do anything. He definitely didn't pay his bills. That's right.
Baba
Now
Booey.
they're going against the Cowboys. Cowboys, we just saw what they did to the Green Bay, to the New York Giants. And if they can do that to a Giant, they can do that to a Jet. No matter how fast that Jet flies, Giant can run and the Jet can fly. But I think that Cowboys got that lasso. And, you know, he can just rope them in and pull them back down. So I'm going to say it's the Cowboys. I think Jets are going to get overwhelmed. They're going to get hijacked. In my all eyes on me game of the week, because all eyes are on both teams. What are the Jets going to look like without Aaron? What are the Cowboys going to look like after whooping some Giants? All eyes on me.
Oh, boy.
And this is the biggest game of the week for us. And probably maybe a big game for the Chicago Bears versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And I don't want to get into all the specifics about last week's performance. I think it was junk. I think we were all upset and bummed out. And here's the thing, Buccaneers beat the Vikings. No one expected that, really. They thought that wasn't going to be a good game. They thought Justin Jefferson and the Vikings were just going to tear apart the Buccaneers in the romanticized, fantastical white men game of the week. And that's not what happened. In fact, the Buccaneers won, and the Bears were junk. Bears, I don't know what's going to happen. The Buccaneers have a better defense than the Packers, and the offense is non-existent, and the Buccaneers do have a good defense. I don't know what's going to happen. I do know what they should do, and I think there's some things that we both agree on. I think you got to let Justin Fields run. I think you got to let Justin Fields pass, and not just do screen plays the whole dang time. I think Khalil Herbert is not the answer at running back. I think Roshan Johnson is the better running back. That guy ran hard. I like a guy that runs hard and mean. A mean, hard guy. And
I'm gonna come.
you know, and that Chase Claypool needs to be benched. That guy doesn't block. He puts in no effort. He doesn't do anything. Give me St. Brown. St. Brown starts for him. And hey, maybe the Bears win it. I am a sadistic man, and I know you are too. Give me the Bears. You know why? And this is the I can't lose game of the week because I have a Bears jersey. I have a Bears jersey, and I also have a Buccaneers jersey. So I can walk away.
There you go.
Happy.
I like that. Hedge your bets.
Yeah, that's right. Just buy multiple jerseys.
That's it, folks. That's the top 5 games of the week. Because we don't have time to go through every game. We got Lovie Smith who's going to be here.
Yeah, and I hear that his seat is warming up. He's so dang urgent to get on here. He has some urgency to get on here.
I think we got to get him on here. So
Yeah.
what do you say, folks? Let's get Lovie Smith out here.
And
Let's get
before
Lovie
we
in the
get him
chat. Let's get Lovie in the chat.
Wait. How's the chat doing? Are people going wild still, or has everyone calmed down?
We got some comments here. Claudia and Katie talking about Katie's last video, which was very scary, folks. If you haven't checked it out, scary stuff.
Yeah, you should put an age restriction label on that darn video.
Yeah, I was spooked up. We
Yeah,
got
Jake's
Anthony who
manager.
says, Mikey, ayahuasca trip when?
Oh, I don't know. Oh, you got to get the engagement up.
That's right. And he says, Packers more like who cares, Kers. Wildcat on 3. Oof, the Jets. I think these make sense in the context of what we were talking about. Mikey Tambourine
Yeah,
says,
especially-
Bears need to tank. Season already over. Katie says, who the heck is this Uggy?
Wait, who? Mikey Tambourine?
I think so. I think she meant Guy. And then Claudia says, Mike will like this. Hee hee hee.
What? Hey, Claudia, when you get into bed with your hunky husband, ask him where is his nose.
Don't get me started with this crap. Folks, Mike keeps stealing my nose. I don't want to talk about it right now.
It's so easy. Katie, get his nose. It's so
Katie
easy to
says
get
the
it.
ghost can't touch her. She's okay. Lovey, can you come back and coach the Bears? Let's ask him. Let's get Lovey's intro going
That's
here.
it. Let's get Lovey.
All right, word on the
Don't let
street is
don't let-
Lovey's intro song didn't work, but we have here with us Lovie Smith.
Sorry, no, don't let Lovey in.
Hey,
Hey,
how's it going?
wow. Welcome back, Lovey,
I need a minute
Mr. Smith.
to compose myself.
Hey.
This is so exciting.
Wow.
Hey, thank you for having me as the current coach of the Texans on your show. Man, it feels good to be a coach. Am I right?
Yeah.
Well, Lovey, I think
Uh,
they fired you at the end of last season.
Well, good point, guys. We really are fired up for the season and the large impact I will have on the Texans organization. I'm not only excited about football, I'm also excited about Lovey Jeans.
Well, we
Wait.
do know that much.
Where were you? You weren't there last week.
Yeah, I was. You didn't see me? Sounds like a problem with your TV.
Yeah, Mike, maybe you
Oh.
need to get your TV recalibrated.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, Coach. I'm a dummy. I'm a Bears fan.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I think what's important right now is, Lovey, you got your jeans, but what's next for you? You're always doing something new.
Yeah, ever since you got fired, since you had free time.
Yeah, fired up. Yeah, well, in terms of the jeans, we got a new line of jeans that are tied to offensive football plays that I'm known for. So we got a
Okay.
couple. We got the high rise. That's a long pass into an interception, followed by a defensive touchdown. Then we've got the skinny. So that's when the running back squeezes past the defense and drops the ball at the 1. That's a classic. And last but not least, we got bell bottoms. That's when we call a timeout and go out for frosty milkshakes.
I
Mm.
like that.
Mm.
And I believe your
That's how you
jeans
got-
were an inclusive product for those of us without maybe a little bit more heft down in the legs and the rear.
That's right. Call them Tex ass size jeans.
Yeah, nothing I love more than some big booties.
Just remember, if you don't love the jeans, we'll give partially your money back.
Nothing
Well,
like the customer service over at Lovie's Jeans.
That's right.
Oh, Mr. Lovie Smith, why don't you blink?
I have been blinking. It's so fast, it's imperceptible to the eye.
It's like you're play calling.
Wow.
Exactly. It's high. Look, I just blinked again. You missed it.
Jeez.
Dang. We must be blinking at the same time.
That's right.
It's athlete level blinking. But I think, well, I mentioned it earlier, and Lovie, you've really outdone yourself now with this new careers you've jumped in on. So, if you don't mind, let's just take a little look at what you've been up to.
Yeah, Lovie, you sent over some of these slides to us to show off to the people, and yeah, you, look at that. I love you. That's you. If you let's get into it, Mr. Smith.
I'm excited.
Oh, so first, what do we got here? What are these posters you made? You made Live, Laugh, Lovey posters, and you did it in the Chicago Bears colors. That's fun.
That's
Yeah,
right. This is the Christmas gift for her this season.
Right? Because if you lovey her, you'll get her these.
That
Could
puts
you
a
explain-
smile on my face.
Wow. Natural as ever.
Can you tell us the inspiration on these?
Well, it's really a motto that I live by. Anytime that my team is doing bad, live, I laugh. My last name is Lovey. It's just really self-explanatory.
Oh wow!
That makes a lot of sense.
Not very avant-garde, but that's why you're the head coach.
That's right. Well, so
I am.
All right.
not only graphic design, but music.
Yeah, you've been doing songs, Mr. Smith. Any inspiration? Because you got What Is Lovey, and do you mind explaining what songs you're making?
Well, ultimately, I wanted to create something that motivates people like I motivate my Texans. That is really what I wanted to do. And as you can see, I took some inspiration from some artists of today. Keep it modern for modern players.
Nothing screams more modern than What Is Lovey. Could you sing us a little bit?
Oh, no, unfortunately,
Well,
that's copyright.
I think we'd have to bring him back on as a musical guest if we want a taste of that.
Okay. Can you agree to that, Mr. Smith? Coming
Can we
back
get you on as a
performing-
musical guest? Absolutely, I heard
Come on.
that.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
This just in. Lovey's back for music.
That's right. Lovey loves to sing.
They don't call them lullabies. They call them lovey-buys.
Puts me to sleep.
Well, not only has he been doing music, movies. What do we
Mr.
got
Smith, you're in the movies. My goodness, From Russia with Lovey. How'd you land that role?
Well, I was just doing a conference one day, and the talent scout approached me. He said I would be a great actor. He says I look like Idris Elba, and I could be the next 007.
Hmm.
Where do you draw inspiration to be like 007? There's so many Bonds, but where do you get the inspiration to be the new Bond?
Well, just like Bond, every Sunday I have to shoot my shot. And I also do, like Bond, I drink a lot.
Wow.
It's a natural, natural role for you.
Right. You are quite the heavy drinker.
And what do we got here? When a man loves a woman. Now, I think I remember a movie like that a couple
Yeah,
years
this sounds
ago.
familiar.
But I think I don't recognize this cover. Oops.
You mind explaining? What is this? Like a romantic comedy or a romantic drama?
Yeah,
you were just-
this is just one of those yeah, we want to kind of show our range as actors, and I myself want to win an award, Academy Award.
Wow.
And it looks like you played both the man and the woman in this role. I don't see a female counterpart or someone else playing the other person in a relationship. Care to explain the inspiration behind that?
Oh well,
Play-
the main
to play two roles?
inspiration. Well, that was mainly from Norbit. I think that movie really spoke to me.
Mm-hmm. Norbit, Jack and Jill. Did you ever see that one with Adam Sandler, the Sandman?
Oh, that's one of my favorites.
Yeah, I could see that. That makes a lot of sense.
Wow. So what does it mean, if you don't mind, Mr. Smith is asking, what does it mean when a man loves a woman?
Well, it's really a hard question to answer. I think it's just one of those things that you know when you come across. It's one of those kind of, you have to catch it at the end zone and score it down. That's really love.
Wow.
Prophetic.
You have such a way with words. Wow. Well, Mr. Smith, I can safely say that I love you this stuff.
Yeah, I mean, what's next for Lovie?
I mean,
Musical guest?
what's not next? I am a triple threat. I'm a coach, a singer, and I make jeans. I want to become a sextuple threat. You might even see me in the UFC, so watch out for that.
Wow.
Holy cow, Lovie. You don't sleep. You must not sleep.
Your poor wife.
Look at my eyes. Does it look like I sleep?
Looks like,
Certainly not now.
looks like you're working hard, I'll say that much.
Who knows what
Appreciate
you're doing with who knows what you're doing with your hands that we can't see?
Oh, they're cold, so I'm warming them.
Lovie, we know you're a busy man. You're a family man. So we don't want to take up too much of your time here.
Actually, speaking of family, I think, yeah, my wife is calling me right now. I have to go help her with some jeans. The new shipment came in.
Okay, Lovie, we'll let you get to it, and we appreciate you, and we can't wait to have you back on as a musical guest.
Thanks, boys. Keep up the great work. Lovey out.
I love you this. I love you.
There he goes.
Wow. And what a man. He has his own curtain at home.
That was awesome. Wow.
Wow.
I'm going to start requiring that from all guests. You got to have a
Right.
curtain
Then
in and out.
right. Yeah. And if you come on, you sign a contract to come on again and sing.
I would like that.
Paul, Kamish, you're back on next in a couple weeks. You got to sing something for us.
All our guests have to do karaoke.
Wow. Well, what a show it's been.
Holy cow. I think we're getting to the end of it. I think there's one last thing, and it's a segment that I want to introduce that I also made up this week. But I was thinking about, what's a big part of talk shows, of late night television? Culture.
Oh, talking
culture. So
and showing.
Mike, you're reading my freaking mind over here.
Ooh, what are you thinking about?
What I'm thinking about this week, and maybe some of you guys remember the show. This was a pretty popular show back in the day. Breaking Bad.
No.
Remember this one?
Yeah, I remember. Oh my God, Skyler's such a B word.
I think some of us are ready for a rewatch, so I went and I compiled the top 5 episodes of Breaking Bad. So
There's
you
a
guys
game?
yeah. You know who made it? Lovie Smith.
I'm very curious. Damn, that freaking wild guy.
I love
No way.
him.
He's gone. Let it go.
And
Thirsty.
at the beginning, I wasn't laughing. I was just so overwhelmed by seeing Lovie on our show. He's usually just called in. This is the first time he really went
we got
all
to see
out.
we got to see his mouth move.
Do Lost next, Katie says. I do like that idea. So I think for this segment, I'm calling it Jake's Culture Corner.
Ooh.
And
Oh, wait. You're, and the reason you say it's a corner is because you love Al Capone because he always sat in a corner.
Right. I need my back to the wall. I need my ass to the floor, and I need my pants to my knees.
Right, and you need your goon, me, cuddling you.
Absolutely. I would expect that at all times. But so we have the top 5 games of the week. Jose did say Lovie lost his southern accent, which is kind of weird. I guess it's
No.
I think it's his regional.
He's Hollywood.
Yeah.
He's Hollywood.
He's gone Hollywood now with his movies and television and music.
Right.
But for today, I think to counterpart, to intersect with our top 5 games of the week, I want to have top 5 TV shows from a classic TV series like Breaking Bad. So let's get into it here, folks. So number 5, End Times, Season 4, Episode 12. You guys might remember this one. Walter sees the video of the guy naring his butthole on YouTube and decides to try it himself. As he's sitting and waiting for to take the nair off, he realizes the chemical compound in nair would actually be the perfect ingredient in his special concoction of crack. Jesse tries to steal the idea, but ends up leaving the nair on too long, and his asshole burns, and so he has to lie down. So that one, I mean, I don't know how you could forget it. It was a wild.
I read a fan fiction or conspiracy that the whole show is just Walter used nair on his head. One time when he went to the shower, he thought it was shampoo, and he was just like, "I have cancer." He was so embarrassed because he wanted to use nair on his. He's a man of pride. Because remember, he's so prideful that he doesn't want the help from others to pay for the treatment,
and he didn't want those kids to make fun of him.
Right. So you know how middle schoolers are and high schoolers are. They'll make fun of you for anything. Gosh darn it. So it's much more better to say I have cancer.
Right. It is much more better. All right. Number 4, Gliding Overall, Season 5, Episode 8. Hank watches the movie Memento for the first time and gets really confused. Most of the episode is him scrolling through r/movies on Reddit and trying to get a better understanding of the movie. Heisenberg stops by Hank's house to return his copy of The Muppets Take Manhattan. In this moment, Hank asks him about Memento. Walter White responds by saying, "Un momento, por favor. I have to finish making my famous blue char Heisenberg crack." Hank starts to suspect that Heisenberg and Walter White may be one and the same.
Man, that Hank, he's all freaking brawn and no brain.
That was so intense when he said, "I'm going to make my blue char fucking shit," and I'll never forget it. It was one of those, I had goosebumps.
Yeah, you kept nudging me the whole time. You kept saying, "Go get some popcorn. Go get some popcorn.
Get some popcorn. Get some cockporn. I mean popcorn."
Gross. Bleep yourself.
Get some fucking. Why's my mouse all fucked up? Fuck.
I got him.
Okay, so number 3, guys, full rebuff, Season 3, Episode 18. Heisenberg acts. Sorry, this one was a crazy one. I gotta compose myself.
You want me to bring Lovie? You want me to bring Lovie back in? He might be able to calm me down.
I think I'm okay. Heisenberg acts like an iceberg, and Gus has a fuss. They don't like each other, but neither has a brother. They stand face to face, but refuse to embrace. After some tense pauses, each acknowledges their flaws. While the men can't find love, they look up above. They let God be their light and give up their fight.
Wow.
I fucked up my glasses.
This is like this is so in tune with the WW, the book. Walter Emerson Thoreau. Gale.
Is it?
Gale and his little, yeah. I didn't know they were such poets.
I mean, this show really is like modern poetry on the screen that you watch with your eyes.
I thought it was Modern Family.
Jose says Gus has a fussy Gus won't get on that bus. I remember that part. That was also a crazy part. I think if we had more time, I would do a top 20 because there's so many good episodes of this freaking show.
Well, hey, guess what? There's still 15 more freaking weeks of football.
You heard that right. Number 2 top episode. We're almost there, folks. Half Measure, season 3, episode 12. Walter White is now full into his Heisenberg identity. Walt Jr. forgets about a school project, and Heisenberg has to run to the 24-hour Walmart to get a poster board. After they complete the project, Heisenberg signs his name on the project accidentally. Walt Jr. questions why, as this will tip off the teachers that he did not do the project himself. Jr. then notices that the name written is Heisenberg and questions why his father wrote this. At this point, he finds out his dad is a notorious Heisenberg crack cocaine extraordinaire kingpin.
If I was Walt Jr., I would have just wrote Jr. at the end of Heisenberg.
Ah, might as well.
Problem solved.
It's true.
Hi,
You're Heisenberg,
Heisenberg
Jr.
Jr. And then put what do you also call himself? What do you call himself? What was his new name? Dork or whatever it was.
I think it was Dork Dinkle.
I don't know, she gave himself like a Ned. I forgot what he called it.
Oh, it was like Frog.
Hey, if anyone in the chat knows what did Walt Jr. call himself during the show, you will move up the rankings for the shirt.
Losenberg. I don't know. I haven't watched all. I just watched these 5 episodes. Number 1, folks. Oh, I gotta add a drum roll.
Oh yeah.
Number 1 episode of Breaking Bad. Katie, if you haven't watched it, you want to get your interest fully piqued, watch this one. A Little Secret, season 1, episode 15. Walter White starts to teach Jesse. This is way at the beginning, so this is like when he's first learning everything. Walter White starts to teach Jesse how to make crack. As they are learning, Heisenberg takes off his pants to get more comfortable in the trailer. Jesse slips on some chunks of shit. Jesse slips on some chunks of shit and accidentally falls right into Heisenberg's wiener. Fuck. I thought I could do this.
Oh.
Jesse slips on some chunks of shit and accidentally fuck no. Jesse slips and falls on some chunks of shit right into Heisenberg's wiener and gives him a blowjob. They have an awkward conversation about how this doesn't mean anything and they are just friends with benefits. That's the number 1 episode, folks. It's the best episode of Breaking Bad. Jesse slips on those chunks of shit and falls right into Heisenberg's wiener.
You know, this episode inspired the scene where he says he can't keep getting away with this because another episode happens again.
Right. That's Jesse, after all this, says he can't keep getting away with this with having such a big cock. And
also, funny thing to note, Heisenberg gets the idea, Walter gets the idea of taking off his pants from an episode of Seinfeld where they take off their pants so they can keep the crease in it.
Right. And Bryan Cranston was in Seinfeld. Katie says, did he get the black eye from the slip? Yeah, he slipped right into Heisenberg's wiener, and but then it bounced off and went in his mouth and gave him a blowjob.
Wow. This is perverted.
That's just the show. It's intense. It's crazy. It's like the modern form of television that we now know is all because of shows like The Sopranos and Breaking Bad.
And this is the Modern Family too, right?
Modern Family, yeah. Modern Family, they were crazy on that show.
Yeah. Wait till you do the top 5 episodes of Modern Family, huh?
So, yeah, I think there's a lot of shows. There's a lot of things we can go through top 5s of. So I think Jake's Culture Corner. Hopefully, if the fans like it, if we get a good reaction, I'd love to keep doing it for you guys. And if not, Mike wants to do something else. I think he called it Mike's like pictures that he drew of celebrities or
wieners.
Something? Pictures of the wieners.
Yeah. But that I drew that you were trying to draw.
So I draw them. I try to draw them, and then you draw them.
Right, because you're really bad at drawing wieners. So then I draw them for you. Because you get so turned on when you're drawing the wiener. So you want me to finish drawing the wiener for you.
I understand. Well, I think let me end this presentation here. So again, that's a little treat from me that I couldn't keep it together. That show just was so intense. It gave me goosebumps and got me really emotional. So maybe next time I'll be able to hold it together a little better when I have to talk about these. But I think Mike,
Just be brave.
I think I'm brave. I think what I know is that week 3, I'm feeling free.
Oh yeah. Listen, I'm not gonna take off my suit jacket because guess what? Suddenly, all the hyenas and baboons were gonna come out of the jungle and try to get a good look at me. So I'll leave that for another time. Maybe week 4.
Baby, week 4.
Baby week 4.
Next week is for babies. We're doing a baby
Right.
show. Just kidding,
Yeah.
folks. This show's
No.
serious as fuck.
and very adult themed.
That's right. Did you hear me say cock and blowjob? This
Yeah.
show's for fucking tough guys.
Mm.
And we're bringing back
See, the problem is-
flex.
Yeah, we're bringing back flexing. All right, we should have nicknames. You can be sexy Lexi.
Okay, and you're you're
6 feet of sweet.
I'm trying to think. How about 6 feet of flex?
Okay.
I guess it doesn't rhyme. Sex.
Yeah. 6 feet of.
You're sex and flex. Or flex and
No,
sex.
we're the sextuple.
We're the
Now
sex-
we're just crazy guys.
I don't know. We've lost our minds here, folks. But what I can tell you is this. What?
What's the chat saying?
We've lost them. I think we went off the rails. We got too crazy.
That's past everyone's bedtime, I guess.
Yeah, I think this is the end of the show where the band would usually come out and everybody turns it off because they suck. So maybe people are
Yeah.
so used to the format. Oh, we got the buff zone from Jose. Yes, Jose, we're in the buff zone. I like that. That's a good. I could put that on the screen. Let me do it real quick.
You've just entered the book. Here, hold on. I'll do it. Check this out. Oh, I'm hot.
Oh boy, Mike's going full on. He's going mental. You're gonna strip down to your
Yeah.
Superman costume before we know it.
That's right. I have to put my big baby to bed. It's you.
All right, folks, we're in the buff zone. And I think,
Hey, the sweat zone.
oh boy, this red zone. How big can Mike's sweat pit get?
Hey, listen, you got to put up a wet floor sign under my arms.
There's just 2 puddles next to you. That's right. We're wrapping it up
Sorry,
here.
all that-
Lovey, we
all that-
can't wait to have him back on.
Musical guests performing for the first time ever. What is Lovey? By Lovie Smith.
We can't wait. We can't wait to have on Quenchers, Rain,
Paul.
Paul come back on to sing, and who knows what's in store for the Not So Late Show. Thanks for watching, folks, and
We love you.
we love you. Should I end it with the intro again, or is that
We love you.
we love you?